Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
We're back. Something insane happened. We lost the internet. Later, if you're watching this, this will either be one video with a weird moment in the middle, or it'll be a separate video. And if you're just now joining this video, this is part 2 of the Mythos CCG Throwback Thursday on May 14th, 2020, during isolation of Corona.
Weird stuff like this happens when we're playing games like this Lovecraftian stuff, and it makes me feel weird.
Things were summoned.
It makes me feel very weird. Like, very strange. There's an eeriness to the air, like everything's been going wrong since we started playing this game for real.
And not like in a bad, like...
just a weird way.
Just a little weird.
It's just off.
Yeah, I agree. Raylet's saying you should play Star Wars Destiny. I totally hear you.
You played it before.
Once or twice, yeah. Just being strictly honest, while we're I'm going to let people filter back in, because I don't even know if a notification got sent, if they're having to reload pages and stuff. But I'm going to answer this, or respond to this.
It is the Yithians, Mike. I swear to you. It's like, it is, right?
Something in the air.
This is strange.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all. Yeah, go ahead.
A few things that are relevant is that I have played and play a lot of Destiny, and I was literally on break from Destiny post Worlds in October before Covert Missions came out, and then the what's a good word to use for the way they handled that. The way
I have a word for it.
The way I have a lot of words for it. The way Set 9 was handled. They pushed it back to have a worldwide release, and then I'm not going to go to that. But then it got released like a week before Isolation. So Isolation's been crazy for us. So like my Destiny collection is just in a state that like it's going to take work to like clean it up and get it ready. And I just genuinely, since episode 9 came out in December, have just not been interested. So we will play it at some point. I love that game more than almost any game I've ever played. But at the same time, I'm kind of using this moment in time to just take a break, which is where we're at. So now that we're back from break, people hopping back on from chat.
Yeah, that was weird. That was so strange.
I don't know what happened.
The internet literally just dropped for like 3 seconds. Came back. Is there a word for that? Is that what a brownout is? I feel uncomfortable saying that on camera.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's a real term though. People use it. I've heard.
Instead of a blackout?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, it's like a
internet out. All right, so where were we?
So you just fished me.
Yep, and you passed.
And then I passed.
And I played Abigail.
And you played Abigail, then I'm going to pass again.
And then we're end of round.
End of round. That's right. So monsters become committed. I've got an Innsmouth fish person and another monster. Commit your allies, friend.
Just in case this gets weird.
I mean, I'm curious why you would not, I guess because the allies you're not committing are the ones that just can't die.
Yeah.
Would be my guess. So that lets me know that I should Beatrice those allies. They'll still be in your story deck, but you know. All right, so I have some fish, 1, and some fire vampires that you can't block.
So just 1?
Pay 1 for those. So 1 soak on an ally, just a little ha-ha.
I'm going to soak it with Abigail. She's going under. And then 3 from the vampire?
3 from the vamps.
Down to 12.
Here's your Innsmouth story.
Thank you. You had the look.
I had the look. What can you say? She's got the look.
All right, then I have to discard a card because I can keep these if I want them. I'm going to discard
Maximum hand size is 5.
Draw back up to 13. Chris says, apparently Zach's Yithian transformation messed up the internet. Yep.
You're not wrong. 1, 2, and my minimum is 3, which I'm going to try for
thank
you.
goodness. I finally drew my card, so I know what I need to do.
That's very helpful. Yeah, trust me, no worries. Sorry to give you a spook. It's very strange. Okay.
Just reading.
I mean, at a certain point, you're just digging, right?
Yeah.
Now, if somebody gets to 20, do we then total up victory points and sanity?
I don't know.
I think we do.
I know when you get to 20, it triggers the end game.
Yeah, I think you do. Listed must either have played and are either around, before the adventure card, Add the value for the investigator's completed adventure, any other players. Oh.
What's up?
That's for the basic rules. Okay, let me look at the advanced. Because we're advanced gamers.
We ain't no basic
okay?
gamer.
We're advanced gamers.
You know the whole like basic, when people are being basic, that whole like,
that
vibe?
whole thing. Yeah, I'm not quite there yet. I don't quite understand.
I feel like way more comedic channel than us could have a whole like basic gamer series, but you know that's not us. Not that clever.
We're not that clever, Zach. It's the vampires should be fine because it says it's a day, no effect on day events. It is day if there's no day events in play.
I thought explicitly that vampires weren't daytime cats. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's why they're blood vampires or whatever the weird vampires are. I'm sure it's
Fire
a
vampires.
Lovecraftian thing probably to do.
Right.
Okay, in a campaign you complete more than one adventure. It ends when any investigator reaches 0 sanity or accumulates 20 or more points. For longer or shorter games, adjust the total. The moment you complete an adventure, discard all cards in your story deck, save your current location. Threat, tomes, etc. remain in place. All discards in the remainder of your Mythos deck are shuffled in at no sanity cost. Free to pursue the completion of a new adventure. At the end of the game, each player totals the value for his or her investigator's completed adventures and sanity points. The highest total wins the game.
So that's a variable.
So that's interesting because you're at like 12 sanity, so you could go to like 20 sanity, and I could have 20 points, but be at like 0.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
It's all this whole game is about tempo, because if it's about when you check out of the game and where things are going and when you check out of a turn. Like even when you score the final points, it's not just first person to score 20 wins.
And I maybe need to lower your sanity before I score the final points. Is very nice. So we're starting anew. I'm at 4. So I'm going to...
just so you're aware, if you had not stopped my attack last time, it would have been EOG.
Chant of Thoth, -1.
You're at 3?
Yeah, dude. I'm just going for the money here. Mosque doesn't matter. Let's see if there's. Oh, it certainly does. That's sanity for me. I probably don't need Abdul. Pipes are good. Don't need the temple. Could do there. Yep. So let's go there. Oh, and this one. I don't need this one, obviously. So we'll take a. Okay. So discard 4 for using that spell. Draw 4. Whew. Okay.
Mine?
Back over to you. Yeah.
All right. Let's try to go to the Marsh Mansion.
Okay. I'm gonna try to go to the mosque
We're gonna ready the Marsh Mansion.
and get any effects that matter. None.
Nothing.
What are you doing? You're just trying to
Well,
go
just
there a billion
+1.
times? All right, we'll go to the mosque. We'll gain 4 sanity.
That's insane.
And then reveal the top card, apply sanity gain or loss. There is none.
All
And then
right.
discard it.
Mine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use here. I'm gonna play the
tome?
CTHAAT Aquadingin AQUADINGN Aquad Engine. Aquad Engine? That's Aquad Engine. How do you say that?
I agree with you. Aquad Engine.
Aquad
Yeah.
Engine. I just used my brain.
Cathod Aquad Engine.
I'm bad
German.
at words like that.
Cathod
It's really
Aquad
not
Engine.
good.
It sounds like a spell already. Cathod Aquad Engine.
So I can play it
Internet goes
here
down
while this
again.
tome is in play. I increase the total value of my threat by 1 point if Deep's father, Dagon, or Mother Hydra are part of my threat. So if they attack you, I'm at +1.
You lose sanity for that?
No, not yet, but I'm going to. So I don't think I have to exhaust or anything. It's just keys to that. I just found it here. Is that
Yeah,
right?
you just got to be at a location where you can play it. Yeah.
All right, well, there you go.
Keys. Look at you. You're a 90s gamer, aren't you? Okay, then we'll go to Camel. I'm going to take a camel over to the Valley of the Kings. I'm going to lose the sanity. Just a little quick move there. Nothing to be scared of.
Do you have to be at a certain location to play an artifact?
I don't think so, unless it says so.
But like to play a tome, you have to be at somewhere that says a tome. So are there locations that say artifact on them?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, right here. Artifact. I don't think I paid attention to that at all. Now we know. Okay, so that's why some of these are in here. Because you can only play artifacts at certain ones. What about spell? You can always play
Apparently
spells.
Cameo goes in your story deck. You put it somewhere else.
Yeah,
You probably
Camel.
discard it.
Yeah. I don't need it for my story, so what do I care? Thank you, Tony. So you just played an artifact or a tome, is that right? And then went to the Valley of the Kings.
Yeah.
And now what are you gonna do? Tell better stories?
Hurricane. Bury travel by air or sea cards on top of any story deck. Return to former location. Ignore sanity loss gain. No gate use. I don't know what that means. Neither
Can't
may be
use the
played.
gate. Summon monsters.
Oh, I got it. Location. Every location now bears the water attribute. Bury this card if any day or night event is played. Does that say something about if a hurricane's played?
Bury any storm event in play. Bury this card if another storm event is played. So you replace my drought with a hurricane. Is that no? That's a storm event. Cool. Cool. Okay, over to Steven. Pass. The pressure's on you now, bun.
All right, let's play William Channing Webb. He's a steadfast professor. He knows English and glyphs.
I'm gonna pass again.
You got it.
We're
Also,
done.
when I played the Aquid Engine earlier, it's German, and I had to key that to my investigator, who is German, or one of my allies.
You can speak German.
But that's how that goes.
1, 2, 3. I've got to keep 3.
Let's keep 5. I'm almost out of
Okay.
deck. Oh man, I'm gonna have to lose a sanity to shuffle this.
2, 3,
When do I do that?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Discard, flip all cards, bury, rotate, reshuffle. So I do that before.
Drop goes to story deck.
So I'm gonna go down to 9. And then I shuffle these all back in. But I wanted cards in there.
This
I'm
card is
certain.
hilarious. Or this game, Zach.
It's pretty good, actually. It's
I mean,
really fun.
I'm just enjoying just looking at it, and
I think the thing is, like, it's an enjoyable puzzle to try to solve. It's not frustrating. My brain doesn't hurt right now.
yeah,
I'm still laughing.
you're still laughing.
Your drought goes into your story deck if you missed that.
Yeah, I just put it in there.
Great. So then I'm going to draw 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. All right, let's see. There it is.
We're just doing our own thing.
There it is.
Mike, we're
okay.
almost here.
I'm at 9 sanity.
I'm at 6.
Yep.
I'm going to play Nyarlathotep into my Mythos threat area. It's got to be at an outside location, which it is, Valley of the Kings. It's a gate location, and it also is a new moon currently happening. Spells no longer cost sanity. No investigator may gain sanity.
I like this comment from Isaac. I like how it took me a second to figure out why Zach called Stephen Bunn every once in a while, even though I know Zach's last name. All right, you know what I'm going to do?
No.
Here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
Here's what I'm going
what?
to say. Yithian mental contact. Bury it. Get it out of here. Good luck now. What's it like to be a Yithian? Hopefully it is frustrating.
Okay. Yeah, use the spell and artifact to resurrect a cultist from the past.
Okay. How would I ever know that?
What are you trying to know?
Hold on. Okay.
From the past. Nothing. It's not important. I have no deck.
Oh, that's a problem.
So then I'm going to
I have no deck.
I'm going to cast Resurrection. Bring an ally back from the past. It costs me 2. T.E. Lawrence coming in.
And that
as
lets
a
you play
zombie.
a past from the discard pile?
Yeah, past being the discard pile rather than the story
Got
deck,
it, yeah,
the
yeah.
buried.
All right, mine.
Yeah.
I'm going to start going to the Waite House.
All right. Seeking Everlasting Life, number 2 for the game.
No.
Let me see if I've actually done it. Knowing the resurrection spell, which I do, right here. Now find a Grecian lekthos containing the essential salts, found it, of an ancient magus, and successfully use the spell and artifact to resurrect a cultist from the past, which I put T.E. Lawrence back into play, during the new moon, which is in play. He reveals that you will find everlasting life only by devoting yourself utterly to an outer god, Nyarlathotep. Game over, call your mama. Let's tally him up.
All right.
I haven't even been paying attention.
I'm at only 15, so I think you win.
21, 25.
Nice. So my line here, what I have to do is this readies so I can play an artifact. Then I play a diving suit as an artifact.
Oh my gosh.
Then I take a U-boat from a water location to the underwater Ya-Nletli location. And then once I'm there, I have everything in play I need to win to play this card.
Oh my god.
So I'm at the moment about 4 actions out. I needed to find a location that let me play my.
This is an insane game. Can I see these cards?
Yeah, sure.
Grab them like
And this is Assault on YHA-NTHLEIA. LEI.
So you're literally taking a submarine to go assault this underwater colony.
Well, I'm
thing?
taking a submarine
It's an
to
underwater
get there.
god.
I'm taking a submarine to get there. I have to have a diving suit so I can breathe underwater.
Of course.
And then I take the sphere of Nath and I smash it against something, and that's actually what like frees the yeah. You can just read it.
This is insane.
Here it is. This is the card. So here's what it would be. After I stand against the order, which is the first win condition.
Yeah.
Find amidst the rubble the Panape scripture, Rylith text, or Tihat Aquad engine, which is this
Found.
thing. Then convince a steadfast soldier of this threat, and he calls in the Navy. A U-boat attacks the underwater city of Ya-Nethli, 2 deep ones and a Shugath, which are that was the attack that you stopped. A counterattack led by Father Dagon or Mother Hydra in there. Clad only in a diving suit, dash your sphere of Nath to the ground, burying the inhuman edifice forever.
That's insane. This game is insane.
I'll tell you what, this game had moxie. Real moxie. Here's what I think we should do.
Can you imagine playing with 4 players?
It'd be insane.
I don't even know,
But
we'd have to have the presence to understand, oh, Zach's close to getting one of these things done. I'm going to go monster him out so that he doesn't get there faster than I do. Right? Because the counterplay has got to be an understanding what your opponent's capable of. Always.
And I feel like I'm sure there are going to be some of these win conditions that share cards.
Yeah.
So that you can't quite tell what they're trying to do until they're really trying to do it.
That's just nuts. I absolutely am in love with this. This will go way faster now, right? You want to try the other 2 decks?
You want to take 5 and come back and do number 2?
Let's do number 2. Hold on. Let's look at what they actually are going to be before we get too far. Let's see what the stories are going to be that we're going to be telling here, and maybe pick one. Pick your favorite. I'll give you the pick. So we've got 2 new decks we're going to bring in, and this is going to go way faster. What's up, John the Bard? Also, what's up, David Whitfield? Glad you're here too for this. So we have
Mike's saying because you can only bury, you can only delay.
Mm-hmm.
So but if it's in play or buried, it's the same. That's what I was trying to stop whatever you're trying to do by burying that card.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter. So you can only control things that are making your opponent more effective.
You want to hand me this deck so I can pack it and
absolutely.
make sure we don't confuse these somehow?
Yeah.
Nathan, welcome. This is the Mythos CCG from 1996.
It's insane, guys. You got to stick around. We're about to take a quick break. It's gonna be 5 minutes. Gonna grab a beer, and then join us for this because now we know what we're doing, and it's absolutely wild.
Know what we're doing,
dude. We got it. I mean,
I know how to play.
I've never been more certain of anything in my life.
That's some moxie you got there. What are these blue cards doing?
I don't know. Oh, those are
mine. They were.
There we are. Yeah.
We got it.
Okay, so these decks we're going to be looking at.
Who are the characters? Now, don't open the story folds because that technically it's supposed to be on the characters on. You know what I mean?
Like this.
There's 2 characters on every card.
Yeah.
And I think he had them.
So we're
like-
supposed to play the cleric, probably.
Yeah, so this is the unfortunate...
Oh, I gotta play. This is like Father Mateo, man.
I'll play this guy. It's the unfortunate nephew.
That seems about right for
He
you.
knows English. Which stack was this? This one?
Yeah, that was that one. Yeah.
All right. So what's your story is happening here?
Okay, so I've got cards called the Dunwich Horror, the Curious Parcel, the Theron Mark Society. Okay, so the story deck here, I'm the cleric of Fading Faith, and I'm trying to deliver a curious parcel, or at least to see a curious parcel, maybe join the Theron Mark Society, and then ultimately Henry Armitage asks that you accompany him to Dunwich, begin at Miskatonic University, travel
Nice.
by land to Dunwich locations. Look at the. I mean, we played with these guys in. We played with these guys in the game.
Yeah, I got you, Mike. He said, read the deck names, please. Apparently the decks have names.
Really? Oh, did he make them?
Yeah, I think so.
That's incredible. I could go to the country house, Dunwich stuff. I feel like this whole universe is just opening up finally for me. I had no idea this was around, you know?
Sure.
I just didn't, this was never a part of my life with the whole Arkham Mythos stuff. Huh. Guys, it's kind of a revelation here.
All right, finding these names. Hold on.
So it looks like I need to do 1/6 and 1/15.
The unfortunate nephew's name is I'm summoning Cthulhu because Mummy wouldn't let me go to Europe for the 4th time this year. Who's your investigator?
This should be Cleric of Fading Faith. Or it's the one...
I'm sure these professors will protect me from the Wallies.
We saw how that worked out in
Also,
our
like-
Arkham game, right?
My mad German investigator's deck name was Here's Liking at You, Kid. Which is really funny.
All right, guys, stick with us. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to run through this second game. It's going to go a lot smoother, I think, and we're going to tell some stories in the Arkham Lovecraft universe.
Wild.
Be right back.
Oh my goodness, that was hilarious.
I
All
love
right,
how weird this is.
we will be right back for just a little bit more insanity. Stay tuned. welcome back. We're here for round 2 of the Mythos CCG, a 1996 classic. Shout out to Mike for lending us these decks and sending them across the country for us to be able to play it today. We played game 1, learned quite a bit, and had a really good time ultimately.
I'm loving it. It's just so interesting to explore this one. It's not about like, look at this uber elite combo I'm pulling off. It's just like, man, we're just sitting here telling some stories and exploring.
Doing our thing. So basically the point of this game is to complete epic story-driven quests. As an example, one of my main things I'm doing here is called Secrets of the Silver Twilight. It'll pop up on screen, you'll see it. Anything in all caps are things that I have to do to achieve this mission. As long as I do them, and they're in my story pile, I can score them, and you see the points in the top left. Ultimately, I'm trying to summon the Great Cthulhu, and it's printed with only 7 on it, but apparently it's worth $1 million.
It's worth 13 in the FAQ.
Okay. So I'm trying to bring Cthulhu into the game. So we're going to do that. I'm going to basically shuffle up, and we're going to, if you're new, like a lot of people will be, a lot of people didn't even know this game existed, we're going to be kind of walking through how to do this on the first roll.
Yeah, so this is a really cool mechanic where...
Is that a 15-pointer?
Yeah, 2 15s, a +6 and a plus. So I got to do a 6 and a 15 to get it done. And I'm doing the Dunwich Horror. So we will see this.
Classic.
And this is Arkham the LCG Living Card Game. We're going to play that tomorrow on stream on Friday. And a lot of the themes in the stories that we're telling here in this game are obviously the Lovecraftian themes that Arkham is also telling. So Dunwich Horror, literally the first cycle of Arkham Horror, the living card game as well.
That's awesome.
You had Innsmouth, your last
We've
one.
We've seen the Yippians bouncing around,
cycle
which
that
is
we're about to
Forgotten Age
hit.
related.
It's super cool. So we've got basically a lot of different things. Now, what this game does, I think, most interestingly so far is that it kind of has a mechanic where you're keeping track of the story that has been told in the game so far. So whenever you play a card, it kind of comes onto the board, and then most of the time that card will get buried in your story deck. And your story deck is what you reference whenever you're trying to determine the adventure that you've been on. And once you've been on the adventure because you've met all the conditions and they're satisfied in the story deck or cards in play, that's when you can score that story. So rather than discarding cards as they come into play and out of play, there's actually an entire mechanic that is keeping cards in play but kind of inactive to just remind you of the story that you've told over the course of the game, and then you can reference that to determine the adventures that you've been on. And I just think that's really fascinating. Nothing ever really stops you from completing a story. It just kind of slows you down from your opponent. And then I saw that Tony was saying their meta had kill decks that were just about spawning creatures and murdering.
Makes sense.
Which is exactly what you'd expect.
All right, so to start the game, you look, I have the unfortunate nephew who knows English. He's an investigator. My education is a 12, my beginning sanity is a 14. To decide who goes first, it's the lower sanity. That's also going to be who goes first every round. We each have 14, it looks like.
At the beginning is the academic, 12. Right? Education at the start.
No, they were wrong about that.
Oh, were they wrong?
Yep. It's sanity first, and then it goes to education afterwards. In the basic version of the game, it's just education.
We're playing the advanced Mythos phase.
Yeah, we got skills.
So I wonder, like, why would you...
Steven, that's a funny comment.
Why would you choose one investigator over another is a question that I've got.
Well, I assume the language they know is really relevant, paired with the... So, like, his minimum, maximum hand size is 4.
Yeah.
He has to be 4. And then he's got beginning education of 12, which is a lot higher than my last one, and a sanity, it's a little higher. I think I was at 13 last time.
Yeah, I'm starting at 12.
And then, so you'll get to go first.
What's up, bro sliders?
The other thing that's interesting, they have maximum sanity and the hand size, but he has this text here. As your turn one time during a round, you may discard a card and replace it with a new card drawn from the Mythos deck.
I have that too. Do all of them? No, they don't all have that.
They have different abilities.
So we both have the same ability.
But like, you know different languages, eh?
Yeah, I know English and
different.
Latin. Yeah. So these are maybe from the same set or something. I wonder if they came in the same starter deck. They're really, Zach, you're completely right. It's the pocket square. Yeah, that's why you choose this hero. That's great. So we can, as our action, we can discard and draw. Okay.
All right.
One time.
I'm going to draw my 13.
Drawing 13. And let's include the stories in here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so hold on. I need to study this out for a second. Old eccentric Uncle Elliot has done it this time. Okay.
That's my uncle. I'm the nephew.
I need to find a tome in a language other than English, learn at least one spell in that tome, travel to a library, a cemetery, and a gate, and then finally meet 2 allies that are authors, scholars, professors, or artists. So cool. or the Theron Mark Society. I need to play a monster and a phobia. Our members will examine that odd tome with the spell found in the country house. Steadfast allies. Okay. One final thing, bring a weapon. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Just listen to this.
Apparently, Mike says these are all from the same set, but there's a bunch more.
Very cool. The Theron Marks Society. Pull up this adventure. It's a heroic adventure.
All right.
It says, here's what I'm trying to do. You are not alone. The Theron Marks Society believes your wild stories of a monster, so we've got to play a monster, will help you take care of that phobia as well. Our members will examine that odd tome with that supposed spell that you found in the country house. When you're feeling better, you and those 2 steadfast allies are welcome to return as proud members of the society. But one final thing, bring a weapon.
All right. Bring a
You
weapon.
just can't. You can't.
Can't write a story.
There's no calculus in a publishing house right now for a collectible card game that would ever create a game like this these days. It's not even possible.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say
It's
no
not
way.
conceivable. And have we ultimately lost something? Has it become too... Did Magic ultimately just, like, make the algorithm too strict?
I mean, I just think Magic is one branch. Like, it's a certain style of game.
Is this ultimately the Arkham LCG branch?
I think that there
It's
is...
pretty much...
I think there's a... so, like, I don't know. I think there's a lot of different paradigms or ways to judge this, right? I think one is the major categories of games: role-playing games, card games, board games, miniature games.
Mm-hmm.
And I think various
Outdated these
various
days,
games, like if that was a matrix of 4 things, it's like every game lands somewhere in there.
Sure, yeah.
And like this is a card game that leans heavier to the RPG, like way heavier. But then like Arkham Horror, it is leaning more towards the RPG. But like it feels more. This feels so heavily RPG to me. Same with Middle Earth CCG. It's like it's leaning. This is not as heavy, or Middle Earth CCG is not as heavy on the like direct story department.
Yeah.
Like there's not a card in your deck that tells you a story.
That you gotta then go do. Now, Middle Earth could have actually benefited from that potentially.
Yep.
Just being like, okay, here's the quest that I'm on, and
It's more of an open world situation,
Mhm.
though. It's really interesting.
man, I love everything about this thing.
And the fact that you draw 13 of your 52 cards is wild.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
You're first.
Absolutely.
Don't forget, you're currently located outside in the daytime.
That's true. It's 100% true. And then the first place I go is for free.
Yep.
Is that right? Okay. Well, let's go to weird places then. You know what? Of course. We're gonna start at the church.
Ooh.
The
yeah, of
congregational.
course, that makes sense.
Congregational church. I absolutely love the art in this card. So much, actually. It's hard for me to believe. Love that. So I can bury a phobia there if I need to.
If I try to go crazy on
That's
you.
right.
All right. My action is going to be playing the Silver Lode Twilight Lodge. I'm going on vacation. It's in Boston. It's city, a society, and I can play tomes and artifact there.
Very
I can
nice.
also use the gate. You'll see this green swirly icon in the top corner. You also have it on yours. But I can use it twice if it's nighttime. What up, Sanjuro? You did just get here in time. This
Yeah,
is game number
we're here,
2.
Sanjuro.
We had a weird stream cutoff last time, and we finished the first game, and then now we're playing the second game, kind of knowing a little better of what's going on. We each have investigators. We're trying to basically complete stories that are in our decks.
Oh, I need
adventures.
my sanity. Starting at 12. Sanitarium.
Do, 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 do.
I'm going to play iatrophobia
All right.
on you. It's a phobia. Fear of doctors. Lose 1 sanity point at the beginning of each turn that a sanitarium is the top card of your story deck. You may not remove this phobia in a sanitarium. So if you want to go to a sanitarium, it's going to cost
It's going
you.
to cost me. All right. Let's spawn a threat. How about that? What up, Senduro? Says, what up, guys? You guys are dope. I was rushing to get back to see game 2. You made it just in time. We took a break. The breaks, after a couple days of stream without breaks, we heard a lot of people saying, like, hey, it would be awesome if we took a break so I could, like, go get some food or take a walk or go to the bathroom or something. And it's been really good for us to take 5 minutes to just kind of, like, recollect our thoughts.
It's true. All right, I might try to travel to the old... I'm going to try to travel to the sanitarium there. It's going to give me 6 sanity if I make it.
Are you at 2? You're not at 2.
No, I'm start at 12. I'm about to jet set, though.
All right, let's do this. I'm going to... play. We're in Boston, so this is good. I'm going to play...
Do you think these go away at the end of the round?
No.
They stay in forever?
I think so.
Wow.
I'm going to play John Scott. He's a corrupt cultist, living dead, knows English and Greek. A member of the Silver Twilight, can know any one spell, bury spell in your story deck after it's cast.
Nice. Okay. Far out. Then... I'm going to go ahead and travel to the sanitarium. It's going to give me 6 sanity. Reveal the top card of your Mythos deck. If it's a monster, it attacks immediately. Allies may defend, then discard it, and then discard any other card drawn.
Would it attack you?
Yeah, me. So something from my own deck would attack me because I'm at the Arkham Sanitarium. And that's where my brain is.
Makes sense. Let's go ahead and play
United the Stars.
Randolph Carter. He's a steadfast dreamer. You've seen him. And every defending steadfast ally gets +1.
Blake asking, is this actively competitive or more like Middle-earth? More like Middle-earth. These cards that Zach's playing face down and I might play face down will attack your opponent at the end of the round.
It's definitely got some Middle-earthy elements to it.
All right,
you already appreciate Night of the Stars comment.
Let's meet William Channing. William Channing Webb is a steadfast professor who knows English and glyphs, and he can come into play at any city, including the Arkham Sanitarium. So I met old William at the sanitarium, not so sure about that one.
Now, here is what I want to know.
Yeah, let's get into the FAQ, shall
Yeah. If I play a tome that matches my Greek-speaking friend here,
Yeah.
Does it go on him, or does it go over here?
No, you can only play it if you have somebody who can read it. And if this person goes away, it still stays in play.
Do you ever have a card in your hand that is a name that you know you should know, and
Yes.
if you get it wrong, people are going to criticize you heavily?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to say a word, and I'm going to hope it's right.
Okay.
Necronomicon.
Yeah, nailed it.
All right, I'm going to play it.
I go Necronomicon.
Necronomicon.
There you go.
Not Necro. Necronomicon.
Absolutely classic book.
Yeah.
The book.
I know I'm supposed to know it. It's like being like, the Bible. Anyways, so I can play it. It says Greek. I have John Scott out, so this is going very well for me. And it says, draw one additional card at the beginning of each round while this card is in play.
Did you lose 2 sanity?
Gladly.
All right. I'm going to play a threat.
I don't like that. Let me just read my strategy guide here. Thank you so much for providing these, Mark.
No
Mike,
reading.
Not Mark.
No reading in baseball. Ugh, this is an awful looking card, so I'm going to play it. Anyway, go ahead.
I mean, something about riding the horse that brought you, right?
That's right. That's exactly right.
All right, I'm going to play an artifact. It's the Ryla disc.
Remember Mists of Riley?
That's it. Is it Riley?
I don't know. We called it that in Arkham.
Rylea. It's got to be Relia.
There's somebody out there who knows how to pronounce that
And that
exactly
thinks
right.
that we're ridiculous for the way we're saying this. Anyways, there are 3 parts of the artifact. You must have all 3 in play to play Ryla card. Each portion of the disc in your possession increases the value of the star spawn by 1 point.
Oh, yeah, we got to spin these things that we use the gates on, huh?
Yep.
Did you spin her
I
over here?
spun it, yeah.
Okay, that's why I can read it so well. Okay, so you got some artifacts building here. I don't like this at all. So city to city can travel. So I'm gonna travel to the Orne Library from the Sanitarium. Both of them are Arkham. Both of them are city traded. All professors and students add a point to their card value when it's in the story deck there.
Okay.
And then I'll pass it over to you there. You know.
So can I play another? I can't unless I had another location to play another thing there. I get it.
Yeah, with the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't have those joining tricks these days.
Not yet.
Roulier. Somebody says Roulier.
Nah.
It's meant to sound alien. Myths of Roulier. I like that. Let's do Roulier. Or Riley.
Roulier?
Roulier.
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 Could have just put a U in there.
Who's seen the leprechaun? Roulier.
All right.
Some deep cuts. Investigator, gain 3 when cast during a full moon. Oh my gosh, cool. I think the point of this priest deck is to just have maximum sanity. I have a lot of cards that are gaining me sanity.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Resist, as they say.
Sorry.
All right, I'm
Really?
going to play Waxing Moon. It's night.
Quit waxing. Stay out of Malibu. Pass.
It's night, so I can use this again. No, I'm not going to do that. Looking at what
You
you're
gotta pay
doing.
1 sanity.
Insane in the membrane.
I love that also what you do, then I can come back into the game and keep playing again. Isn't that cool?
Yep.
It's like, oh, well, then I'll just play. And then it's like, again, we have to wait for the double pass. Riley.
All right, I'm going to play a spell on John Scott
Roulier.
because he can know one spell. Is that how that works?
I think so, yeah. It makes sense to me.
All right, and then it says transfer. What's the yellow one mean again?
So the next action, you'll have to flip it down to cast it, and then you'll resolve the text.
You flip it down and spend it?
And spin 2, yeah.
All right, and I can just not use it if I don't want.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right,
yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, you're just getting it on, everything gets on the table, and then you can use it. Same with
That's
locations and everything else.
Definitely the goal.
Okay, and then I'm going to pass again. So I'm going to call the turn.
So discard down to your somewhere between your minimum and maximum. No,
And-
not yet. We do combat first.
Combat first, yeah.
All right, commit our monsters.
Committed.
Here's my monster.
All right, hold on. Let me think about this for a second. Okay. And then we commit our monsters. We don't flip them yet. Then we commit allies. Sure. Cast spells. Any spells you want to cast now?
Yeah,
What?
I sure do. I'm gonna use Steal Life. Cost me 2. Got him.
Life steal. Zach's got life
And
steal
it
in
says
every deck he's ever
transfer
built.
to my investigator's sanity points the value of one opponent's ally.
Tell me, well, hold on. Before you do that, Tony needs us to know that the spell cast from an ally does not cost sanity. It's a one-shot, and it's buried after it's cast.
Totally fine.
Okay.
So transfer to the investigator's sanity the points value of an ally. So I get 2 sanity because I'm going to transfer your points value.
Okay.
And it said excluding the value of any artifacts or weapons. Flip that ally face down. So it's not gone. It's just face down because it comes back when you flip all cards face up.
Cool. Okay.
And then this
Nice.
gets buried.
So basically, it won't be able to block anything. That's
got
what you're saying. You're going to try to take the old man out.
Yep.
All right. I have something to declare whenever I flip this over.
Bankruptcy.
I declare bankruptcy. Visible.
Visible is what you're declaring.
Do you have to declare anything?
No.
Visible.
Star Spawn of Cthulhu.
All right.
So I get +1 point to the value of this card for each portion of the right Rulla disc. I have 1. It's -1 for each card, each tome featuring the Cthulhu sign possessed by the opponent.
I don't have a tome out.
Great.
Lose 2 sanity. I lose 2 sanity to bring these monsters into the world.
All
Or
right.
into the caster plane. Because I chose I'm not invisible, I am a 6 value to your 6 value.
So we defeat each other.
We defeat each other and call it a day.
And I don't lose my ally. They go under.
They go into the story. Yep.
Because it was part of our tale.
That's color out of space.
All right.
Color out of space is what I. Sorry, Bryce. Color out of space is what I revealed there. What was your monster?
Mine was the
Roulier.
Star Spawn of Cthulhu, which I did read aloud.
Very nice.
Yep, I'm on it.
It's like you know what you're doing here.
Discard, draw back up.
Okay, my maximum is 5, and my minimum is 5. I can only go down to 5 cards.
Do 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 do. Oh my goodness, this game is hilarious. What?
da da dee 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 dee. I want this card. I want this card. 1, 2, 3,
I like this
4,
ally
5.
though because
I want
I
this
can
card.
keep spawning
I want this card.
location or spells on
this
them
card.
once around. It doesn't cost me anything. I just get to keep using them. You know what I mean?
That's very nice. Build that Jim Culver deck like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Back to 13. Everything flips over. I get my ally back. Get bent. Okay. So we've done that. Okay. Wow, I get it. I also have a Necronomicon. Who's laughing now? All right, hold on. I need to look at my adventures.
You're good.
If you
man.
need to reference
We're
your
just hanging
adventures,
out.
you can
How's
do the
everyone
same
doing
thing.
out there? And what do you think about this insane, awesome game? I'm having a good time. I realized it last game because at one moment I realized Steve and I are both just laughing and like not stressed at all or like doing. Steven's hair isn't that crazy right now.
House. That's right.
That's
Yeah,
really
totally normal here. Yeah.
The step.
Country house. Okay, country house. Steadfast.
Avid says it's a book fight.
It's essentially a book fight. That's correct.
Connor says every Friday I wake up excited to watch Arkham, only to remember that it's Thursday U.S. time. At least today it's Arkham related.
That's right.
That's amazing. If you're
That's
genuine
completely
in
true.
that, that's really incredible, and I really appreciate you saying that. I'm glad we can give you something to look forward to.
At least one spell. Travel to one library.
Connor saying it looks cool. Justin saying I fell asleep. All right, Mike, it's 20 words or less. What'd I miss? In 20 words or less. Steven Knott says I'm loving this. Do 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 do. Sanjuro saying it looks really fun. I'm genuinely surprised at the joy I'm having playing this game, especially because the whole Cthulhu and Mythos whatnot is something that really never hit a chord for me. I really have been enjoying playing Arkham on Fridays though, and like I think shows like True Detective and Stranger Things are helping me like get into the idea.
Okay, I gotta put these back in.
Keone.
It's an awesome game, yeah.
Says it's an awesome game. Mike, they read a book. It was not a great idea. Good stuff.
All right, who's got the lower sanity? You do. You start us off here.
Let's
you
do
can
it.
flip that guy back over.
It flips back up.
Yeah, just from at the end of the round, everything flips back up and readies and flips over, etc.
Really?
Yeah, I know. It really
All
changes
right,
the game. doesn't it?
Let's play Raymond LaGrasse. I wonder if he's related to Tyson.
How about a Necronomicon for Steven? It's going to lose 3 sanity there.
Sanjuro, speaking of Arkham, when are those beautiful gold character words coming out?
Woo,
I'm
they're
buying
coming
2.
soon.
As soon as we can reasonably do it. It's moving through the like materials process as fast as possible. I want one as bad as anybody else. So
It's really close. Yeah, production-wise.
alrighty, you ready?
My Necronomicon is different than yours.
Mine's better.
Mine's in Latin.
Mine's in Greek. It's
Greek.
been translated.
That's the peasant's language, Zach.
All right, let's play William Channing Webb, WCW.
Old William Webb.
That's my favorite wrestling organization.
Who could
The
forget?
WCW.
Okay.
Sandro, you'll definitely know, assuming you've bought previous Mythos components, you'll be emailed first before anyone else.
All right, I'm going to play Soul Slinging. No, Soul Slinging. No, Soul Singing.
I'm going to play... No. I'm going to play Soul. No. I'm going to... No.
Okay.
-3.
I can gain 3 sanity points only if it's cast during a full moon. Cost me 1 to cast it, so I net 2 sanity if I got a full moon.
It's only a waning moon.
It's waning currently. Yeah, don't worry. It'll get there.
Doop, 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 doop.
Now to the stars. How did Monday Champions go? I haven't seen it yet.
Well, you should watch it.
We did not succeed.
Let's play this guy.
Well, I don't know.
Appreciate that, Steven, saying those investigator boards are amazing. I'm really proud of those. They look incredible.
Okay, well, why don't we try to go to the Asylum for the Deranged?
Interesting.
I just seem to be going there to help people out.
Let's do this.
Don't you put my Necronomicon away.
Not,
Bury a tome. Connor O'Neill, I'm in the exact same place. Both Zach and I got into Arkham in spite of the theme like you did. Sam now begun to read some Lovecraft and got into it. For something like Netrunner, though, I heard it was a hacking game and I was in, yeah. Arkham had no appeal to me as a theme, and now I dig it just because I've been steeped in it now.
All right, let's play Simon Orn.
Man, you always have like a bajillion allies. It's impossible.
I've got game.
Stephen Knott's asking just how many cards in this game are for mental hospitals, which is reasonable. Jared asking on YouTube, would you repeat your game matrix categories?
It's very simple. The primary categories to me are role-playing games, board games, card games, and miniature games. And I think there's if those were the corners of a box, every game could be a dot inside of that box somewhere. Some are very strictly miniatures games. Some are very strictly a board game, card game, role-playing game. But most games aren't actually in any one corner. They kind of fall at least even a little bit off of the corner. But I think about a game like a really good example of way in the middle is like Skytear. It has miniatures, but it's on a grid, so you're not measuring. There's no dice. And it has stat cards, but it has a deck of cards that you build, so it's kind of a card game. It's not really telling much of a story, so it's not really leaning RPG. And it could easily be played as a board game, honestly. Like you could play it as a set board game, especially because you can play 4 to 8 players. So there's just certain qualities, and they kind of mix and mingle.
I love that you got the Silver Twilight Lodge here. It's like, that's the whole circle and done cycle. It starts at the Silver Twilight Lodge. I went here to the Asylum for the Deranged, flipped the top card. It wasn't an enemy, gained 6 sanity.
All right. That man needs therapy. All right. Well, this guy can know a spell, so he's gonna learn Cloud Memory.
What does it say?
I can cast it for 1 to bury all phobias affecting my investigator.
Did you do this? You haven't been to a sanitarium yet.
No.
What a fool.
Fool.
What a fool. Okay. So me next.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play Threat.
Pass. You haven't played enough cards this turn? I played like 10 cards.
I'm going to play a full moon. Bury this waxing moon. It's not waxing at all. It's full. Somehow it happened very quickly. Get this out of here. The moon is now full.
Enzo says, hey guys from the UK. My
What's up,
Skype
Enzo?
turned up today after seeing your stream Tuesday. I ordered now. Can't wait to play. That's awesome. It's a fantastic game. And
Incredible
great
game.
Publisher. Sandro responded to Ben.
Yeah, Ben got a couple of Dunwich boards. Said they were outstanding. Thank you, Ben. You got the tokens as well, it sounds like, on the way.
Yeah, appreciate the kind words, Sandro.
Sandro saying the tokens are so nice. The upgrade components from Covenant are well thought out and really elevate the experience. You pulled that from our brand manual. Sandro, you're writing a marketing copy for us.
I will pass again.
All right, let's go.
Let's party. Commit our monsters.
Ding.
Starting here.
Ready?
Oh no, I gotta decide what allies are coming in.
You just got this big pile of bodies over there.
Well, I have all these steadfast guys.
Yeah.
So
This seems like a common theme that the game was doing.
he raises the card value of all my other steadfast defend allies by 1 per card. So they each get +3.
So this is really just an you're not gonna kill me deck.
I think that's
I
the
think
goal.
Steadfast Allies is what it's about, right? There's a
Yeah.
card called Steadfast that we should put in your Joe Diamond deck. You ready?
Say it ain't Joe. Yeah.
Visible. It's the same
The name of my
thing.
card is Star Spawn of Cthulhu. I lose 2.
I lose 2. Look at you over there.
And then I have 1 piece of the disc, so it gets +1. I'm at a 6.
6 to 6.
Nothing happens. It goes under.
I could always do 4 direct
It's like
with this
it's like in
thing.
Skytear when you don't attach cards. You don't put them under.
Oh my gosh. I'm just an old discarder. I play my games the old-fashioned way, the way I was taught. Discard cards when they're discarded.
Dysphoria says Steven's eyes with that pass moment. Oh, the memories. Stephen Knott says, I love how the word pass has become one of the most triggering words in a game.
Yeah, it's so true. I have an action. Okay, then we discard cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got to keep 5, basically.
I'm
so
keeping
I wanna
4.
Keep 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you can always put your stuff in before you redraw, if you want. If you need them back.
I don't. Oh, my.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Every time the
5.
Conanicut Island Private Hospital is just
It's so good. It's a party. It's a
the
party
best.
time there.
Woo!
Don't have any adventures yet. No.
What's this insanity? All right. Well, I see what this is trying to do. Only now. All right. Let me read my...
Where's my weapon? I need a weapon already.
They did say you need a weapon.
They told me to get a weapon. I'm trying to get a weapon.
I need to read a card in my hand.
Okay, so Wingate, you can come in here. Yeah, that makes sense. We got a car, an old-timey car. Got a bajillion locations. And a farmer.
All right, I see.
Yeah, the art is about 3/4 of the card, yeah. That's true.
Which I like.
Yeah.
A lot of 90s games did not do that. All right, you ready?
Lowest threat is you.
That's me,
Yep.
my friend. And this comes back to town. I want some sanity. Don't you know it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play the Rolodesk.
The old Rolodesk.
Rolodesk. My Rolodex. That's where that eventually ends up.
All right, Zach.
Piece number 2.
Play Professor Wingate.
Oh, wait. Each of these pieces
gotta beat
increases
Arkham.
my star spawn by 1.
Oh,
Which is
no.
my big monster that was doing it. So it's technically +2 now. Just remember that. Mine?
No.
That's what I used to do to Tim all the time
All
when we
the
were growing
time.
up.
All the time.
He couldn't take it. What up, Tim, if you're watching?
I'm going to play a car. Immediately play a new location right side up on the top of your story deck. Don't even have to travel there.
Ooh, you got your car. Look at the art on that. That is hilarious.
It's just classic, isn't it?
That's amazing. It's just literally a superimposed image of a car with a glow behind it on top of a map and a road.
Yeah.
So good.
Okay, why don't we go...
That's awesome, Sanjuro. Saying these videos have been a lifesaver during isolation.
That's great.
That's
Love
awesome
it,
to
Sindra.
hear.
Right to Miskatonic University, Memorial Hall. I don't want to go there. Hold on. I want to go to the Seth Bishop Ruins.
Do you just immediately get a go
No,
there?
I don't want to do that. I want to go to the
Oh, because
remote...
you're taking your car?
Yeah, the car drives me out to the remote Whately farmhouse. It takes me 1, since I get there immediately, courtesy of my vehicle. And then this goes away, right?
Gets buried. Mine?
Yep.
Yithian mental contact. Let's go ahead and bury that.
This?
Yep.
Back to the sanitarium I go. Cool.
Got him.
Pass. Yithian that thing.
I see what you did there.
Get buried.
It's gone. You may say I'm a dreamer. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, Yithian Mental Contact is the card there. Fascinating look.
Asylum for the deranged. Going to your house. Don't mind me.
Interesting. Pass.
It's gain 6.
You're about to draw a monster right now, bro.
It'd be bad. Flip the top card. It's not a monster.
Pass again. Let's go.
All right, I'm going to keep you and you and you.
I think this matters. This guy matters. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, let's hope this works. We got no monsters, right? I'm going to draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
I'm gonna do some reading.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
Okay.
All right. What's this? All right.
Where's my weapon? Is there a weapon in here? Oh, there's one weapon. Mike, you mad genius? You gave me one weapon to try to complete this quest with? So, Connor, the story events are in our decks. So we've got about 3 stories each. And basically we're just trying, you have to draw the story and then you have to play the story after you've done all the conditions. And then once the story is played, everything shuffles back in, and then you start over on your
Can you pull one of your
stuff.
stories up? Do you know the name of it?
Yeah, the Theron Marks Society.
You'll see all
a good
caps
example.
words, and it's basically like all those cards that are listed either have to be in your story deck. That means you've used them, or they've been buried and they go in there, or they have to be in play. And then you just basically tell the story as though that's what happened. And then you score your points, all that gets reshuffled, and you're off to the races. And normally, the ones we've seen at least, you have to do the first story before you can do the more expensive, higher point story in your deck. So it naturally kind of forces you to go down a certain lane.
Are you ready? You've got lower sanity than I do, so you get to go first.
I like that rule.
But you're at a sanitarium. Lose 1 sanity.
Well, I have this thing. I meant to do this. During the spell phase. Was there a monster phase? We didn't do that part.
We didn't do it. I think you probably can still cast a spell.
Yeah, during the end of round. No, during the monster thing.
Do you go to the monster phase if there are no monsters?
I assume.
No, that's a wild assumption.
Ben Clapperton says, anyone else on eBay right now looking for Mythos lots? Apparently that's been a thing. We've been streaming old games on Thursdays, and then like last week, Raw Deal, there's some set that was like pretty commonly available for a while in booster boxes, and then it was just sold out.
Combat happens even if no threats.
Okay. So I wanted to use this spell, Cloud Memory, bury all phobia effects affecting my investigator. So I bury my card, and you bury your card.
Fine. All right, so now you can start your turn properly.
All right. All right. Tome. Spells. Allies. Lodge. John Scott.
Check mark, check mark, check mark. Look for the big yellow question mark above your storyteller's head. Quest complete.
All right, let's just try it. I think I can play the Secrets of the Silver Light.
Woo! The Silver Twilight.
The Silver Twilight.
This is literally the start of the Circle and Done cycle.
That's awesome.
For Arkham Horror.
The Silver Twilight demands that you find and translate a tome in a language that you do not already speak. So I'm English and it's Greek.
That's a really strange requirement.
Yep. And learn at least 2 spells. So I have 2 spells in my buried pile here. Come with 3 allies, obviously I have more than that, to our Silver Twilight Lodge. And before John Scott or Carl Stanford, so I have John Scott in play, summon any greater monster So that's my star spawn of Cthulhu. You
did
are
it.
now a member of the Silver Twilight Secret Society.
Well done. You joined
So,
the Silver Twilight.
I
You
score 8.
dirty.
I stay at the location I was at. I take all the things that are in my story deck, put in my discard pile, shuffle my discard pile back into my deck, and rinse, repeat.
Very cool. There is something about if we're in the same location, we can do something.
Think we can dance, have a party.
Okay. So they explain it. Investigator can walk between locations within the same region, play it sideways, and then you have to throw it up top. Okay.
But if it's the same city, it comes into play ready.
If it's a city in the same region, yes.
So like if it was Boston and Boston, it would just be ready to go. But if it's green and green,
If it was Boston and Boston, but they both have to say city up here
Got
because
ya.
you're in the country
yeah.
right now. So the country, you can never get anywhere fast in the country. If you guys know that to be the case,
Yeah,
it is.
gain some sanity here. Thank you for that.
So if you walk between locations found in the same subregion, both possessing the city attribute, then you can do it immediately. City travel is quicker. Don't you know?
Don't you know?
All right, so you did a quest. Good for you. I gotta find a weapon. I'm gonna play a car. I'm gonna jet out to the country.
Bye, Felicia.
And it's gonna be, you know what? No, hold on. Let's start by, I'm gonna summon a kill you monster.
A kill you monster.
I mean, threat. Okay. Featuring the opponent. Cthulhu. Does that have a, what is the Cthulhu sign? Should we know that?
It's the star?
Is it the star? Is there a star in your tome? No, there is not.
No. Oh, probably this logo over here. One of those logos.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone is the Cthulhu one, right?
Isn't the? I don't know.
You've got the hand, the eye, and the skull. This is the yellow sign on the top, and then there's a weird. That can't be a Cthulhu sign, right? It is the Necronomicon. You would think it would have the Cthulhu sign on it. Given that I don't know that, how about we do our original plan? Take a car out to the country house.
Ben Clapperton says, offer has been made on a Mythos standard game set.
Very cool. Done. Taking the car, going right to the country.
All right, mine?
Cost me 1. Yeah, go ahead.
Pass.
Oh, that's fancy.
Score my points. I want out of here.
Let's play the Whateleys. Zachariah coming into play.
Pass.
All right.
All right, so combat, there's no monsters. Any spells you want to play can happen.
Nope.
Then we'll go to discard. I'm going to keep 4 and get rid of the rest. Yeah, Mike, I haven't needed a filter because I had everything.
Okay, they're gone. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1,
Sandro says, you guys are
2,
playing way more hardcore
3.
this game.
That's right. We're ready. We're going. All right, we're tied on that sanity. So where does it go to? Education? My education's 14, yours is 12. I'm going to go first. I think that's what that means.
Yeah.
Get ready. It's an artifact. I'm playing my shotgun, Zach. Wait, maybe I have to play it on an ally. Add 2 points to ally's value, 1 weapon per ally. If ally is discarded or buried, this shotgun suffers the same fate. So we all know that Zachariah is going to take the old Whately boys.
Not going to be confusing.
Going to take the shotgun.
All right, mine?
Yeah.
Let's go Silver Twilight Lodge.
Mm-hmm. All right, here comes the Theron Mark Society.
All right, we're getting into it.
You're not alone. We have the story about a monster. It's the color out of space. And I hope you take care of that phobia, my ichthyophobia that I played on you, iatrophobia. As well, our members will examine that odd tome, my Necronomicon, with that supposed spell, soul singing, that you found in the country house. the remote Whately farmhouse. A classic country house. When you're feeling better, you and those two steadfast allies, Zachariah and William, are welcome to return as proud members. Just be sure to bring a weapon. My shotgun.
Can I see that card?
Shotgun?
I just need to see that art.
It looks like a guy playing a guitar that has basically had a shotgun put in the hands.
It is. That's exactly what happened. The joys of the 90s.
It is that, right?
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Who holds a shotgun like that? No one from Oklahoma, I'll say that.
Yeah, that's right. We hold our shotguns the right way. Oh, and I've got 1 sanity when I played a shotgun. That's hilarious.
Gonna have to bring my spittoon in.
All right, the remote Whately is here. Everything else is going to get shuffled back into my deck.
6 points, eh?
And with my discard pile.
We got a game going on here.
And now let me reference my Dunwich Horror objective to make sure I know what I'm supposed to do next. So don't go anywhere. We're getting some aggressive storytelling happening now. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Coming in to begin at Miskatonic University. Travel by land to 3 different Dunwich locations with Henry Armitage and 1 other professor. Okay. Shh. Don't tell Zach. Henry Armitage. Okay. 1 other professor. Got it. Okay. On Sentinel Hill, bring together... Oh, that's why I needed that. Okay. Cool.
Smells like a reshuffle to me.
Bring together Lavina, Old Man, Wilbur. I've got to bring together all the Wheatleys.
Sounds like a family reunion.
And the son of Yog Sothoth. I haven't seen that yet.
I got a feeling.
Yeah, I got a feeling it's in there. Okay, during the full moon, find an Necronomicon and the Volt Law Ritual, and then return the book to a second Necronomicon. Okay.
Do.
Get shuffled in.
My action?
Your action.
We're going to the lodge, losing a point. It's about to get fricky. Who's coming back tomorrow for Freaky Friday?
Let's go. We got so much to talk about. We're gonna get into some next level deck building. We're gonna go into some next level deck building, and we're gonna make some great stuff.
We mean Steven, and the rest of us get to go along for an amazing journey.
All right, Whateleys.
Ben Clapperton says, I'm in. Stephen Knott says, I can't wait for Friday. Connor says, keen.
All right.
Let's do it. Thomas says, I'm in.
All right, Zach, we're going from the remote
Joe
farmhouse.
Platt, you're definitely going to be there tomorrow.
I'm going to play in my car.
Didn't you just play a score a point thing?
Yeah, but then you did the go to the Silver Twilight.
You're just driving around.
I'm going to take my car up to Sentinel Hill.
Oh, man, this seems creepsters.
Let's go get some work done. This is still going to go under here.
All right, mine?
Yep. Yeah, summon something. Okay.
Gotta put pressure on those allies. I can't let you get all the Wheatleys going. You know what I mean?
I do. Let's play Lavina Wheatley. Lavina, she's an incredible persona. If you just want to pull that up for the people, Lavina. Zach, you can really appreciate this too. It's one of the creepier things I've seen in my life.
I don't know if it's intentionally creepy.
Yeah, going for a certain look.
Danzo says, I've actually wished my week away for tomorrow. That's amazing. SG Prometheus, I'm excited for Jim Culver's shenanigans. Thomas just got circle undone. Joe's Pizza says, yeah, boy. Machination says, yep.
Nice marmot. That's so funny, Machination. Thank you. Okay, Lavina in the play.
This is funny. Dysphoria says, it's the only reason I'm not wishing the week away until next Thursday.
Nice, yeah.
All right, mine?
Yeah.
Let's do this. Beatrice, I'm releasing her from the attic. Beatrice is released from the attic. Choose an ally up to 4 points in value, including their weapon. That opponent must bury. I bury the ally.
And the weapon, yeah?
I assume.
Yeah. It's all right. He's still in the story deck. That's the thing. You can only delay, right?
Only delay.
Only delay. Only delay, only delay.
Sounds like the Enya song.
Uh-huh.
Da, 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 oh, wait, I meant all Enya songs.
All right, we're going to try to walk down to the Miskatonic University.
I'm going to pass.
All right, I'm going to get there, gain a sanity.
I'm going to pass again.
Done.
Monster phase. Commit our monsters. This one.
All right. William's going to stand in the way of this one.
All right, let's do it.
Show me the money.
It is a...
Same old 6?
Well, no, it would normally be a 6, but I have 2 artifacts, so it's an
7?
8.
8?
So it's +1 for each Rella disc.
That'd be 2. Where I come from.
Oh, that's right, so 7.
7 minus 2 for the soak. I'm taking 5. Down to 13. It's all right.
All right, then we have to discard.
Gotta discard this one. Don't need this one. I can keep this one. I can keep this one. I can keep this one. This one. Okay. Done. 5 in.
Discarding here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. This is cool. We're into it now, aren't we? Jared says, struggled through Devourer below 2 nights ago. Built a Daisy solo deck I call Shriveling Daisies last night. Starting Dunwich today. Thanks for the tips and insight. That's awesome, Jared. That's a tough one, Devourer below, as I remember it. I feel like I've heard that a million times. Okay, I have the lowest sanity. I will begin if you're okay with that.
Mm-hmm. It's nighttime, right?
It's the full moon.
Almost howled.
Oh.
Hey, he did it.
Oh.
Does that get buried? What's going on there?
What's that?
That thing, whatever that is. What is it?
Why would it get buried?
Oh, it's the moon. I got it.
No, it's the moon. The moon never gets buried, man.
Steven says, I don't trust anyone who sailed through Devourer below.
Yeah, no way. Okay, so let's go with Henry Armitage, our old friend from Arkham Horror LCG, is in play there.
All right.
Look at this. This is like the point. This is like that old school animation. You don't draw like this anymore.
Nope.
But I love it.
But it's great. It's its own era. It's like the 80s video games.
That's right. Henry Armitage is in. Morning found Dr. Armitage in a cold sweat of terror and a frenzy of wakeful concentration.
Nice. Mine?
Yep.
Let's play a Ryla disc. Or Rella.
Oh, looks like somebody's building something here, aren't they? Huh. Let's take our car.
You're whooshing around here, dude.
To the Submission Ruins.
Man, just woo.
Just cruising. Actually, hold on. Before we do that, we're going to stay in the city for a second. I'm going to go back to the library and do some reading.
Does it come in ready? Yeah, your Arkham to Arkham?
City to city, Arkham to Arkham.
All right, mine?
Yeah.
Let's play here.
A monster? Okay. So what you're saying is, now I'm going to take my car out to the ruins.
All right, I can use it twice because it's nighttime. Let's play again. Good luck. I believe in you.
Let's put something into the threat area here. This thing. Done.
Pass.
Soul singer in a session band. I'm gonna cast soul singing. I guess that's why I was singing that song. It cost me 1, but I'll net 2 because there's a full moon, and I'm singing to my soul. All right.
Pass.
I figured.
Monster phase. Committing these
Monsters.
guys. And I'll block with my Steadfasters.
Ready?
Yep.
All right.
It's a Star Spawn of Cthulhu's. They're each at +3.
Yikes.
Make it 16.
All right, we got a 4 here. Wait, I gotta
What's the card?
pay your sanity. -2. The card that I have is the Son of Yog-Sothoth. Invisible. So cannot soak. Will always bypass Whately's. Add 2 points to the value of this card when attacking an investigator in Dunwich. Now, invisible means I can still be in the monster phase and fight and stuff.
That's right.
So I'm going to soak. You have a total of 16,
Yep.
right? So -4, -5, -6. I take 10. Whoo!
Down to 3.
You better start singing to the moon. All right. Done with the turn?
Mm-hmm.
Ready, everything? Spells come back. And 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I lost 10. I need to go down to 3. Actually, I need to go up for my adventure. You got me at 5. Broham. 1, 2, 3. 4. This is like the old not die turn now. 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I get how these games work now.
Yep.
Yep. The sanitariums are there. You know, you just got to go because you got crazy. Yep. Okay. So we need one of those. Got to keep this all in your head, though, of like what you've done, what you haven't done.
Well, you've done half your deck here.
5. One of them professor on sentinel held room together. Just pardon me for a second. Professor and a professor. Yep, okay. Not important. Sentinel home, old man and Wilbur. Old man and Wilbur. Ooh, Raymond, what's up? Okay, so I'm gonna.
Everyone knows Raymond.
I'm gonna start digging. They love him too, don't they? Everybody loves him. Okay, to second.
Steven said, Steve, you're sounding a bit more like Popeye.
Yes, a Mythos. Okay, here we go.
Good.
I will start off here. I'm in a tough spot here.
Man, yeah, because you got to do stuff that costs you sanity, but you got to go somewhere you can get the sanity back first.
You sure
You're
do.
the priest, though, dude. You're supposed to be all about that sanity.
I'm all about that sanity. Wow, questionable animations here. Let's try to go to the sanitarium. We're gonna start walking. Got too weird up on the Seth Bishop ruins. I'm gonna try to walk to the sanitarium here. Don't like what I saw up there.
Man, I hope there's another copy of that card in this stack.
Pay that one sanity, shuffle it back in, man. All right, I'm gonna top deck a 6, back to 11, and nothing.
Mine?
Yeah.
Pass.
Okay,
We're
so
digging.
going for the.
You got to play an ally. That's what you got to do.
I'm about to.
Here's what I'm about to do.
Let's go, Raymond Legrasse, steadfast police detective who knows English and French. Oui. Protection from police investigation and cards that cause you to lose artifacts and tomes. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's related to Neil.
Oh, you already got him, yeah.
Neil Tyson.
Neil deGrasse.
You ready?
Legrasse.
I'll
Yeah.
pass.
Pass on.
Monster phase.
Here we go.
Ready?
Yep.
It's an 8.
It's an 8 minus
I lose
3.
2.
I'll take 5, so I'll go to 6. You're kind of low there too. You gotta watch it. I can pivot to a damage turn.
I mean, not if I just keep passing.
That's right. Pass, pass, pass.
So, I think I have to spend a sanity to shuffle.
Yeah, if you do. Okay. Here we go.
So discard here.
We're gonna have
Shuffle.
to potentially, actually, we might have to get up on the weird hill again. I don't know how many copies are in there, so I'm just gonna hope for the best. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, you better watch it. You better watch it.
I'm at 7, you're at 6.
Mm-hmm.
You're first.
Okay. Well then. I'm in Arkham. I'm in Arkham. I don't need to be in Arkham. All right, dude. Let's take the car up to the Whately farmhouse.
All right, mine.
Yeah.
Pass.
All right. And then let's play Old Man Whately.
Pass.
Okay. No combat
No
we need to
monsters.
resolve, yeah?
Mm-mm. Thank the maker.
Okay. Do I need... Hold on, let me see if this... Yeah. Yeah. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. It's so strange to have storytelling combat, ultimately. Right? Oh my gosh, this card is so weird.
All right, you ready?
Yes, but hold on. I'm not. This is just backcountry Whately deck. Okay, yes, I'm ready. I am at 6 sanity. I go first.
Yep.
Let's play Wilbur Whately and really just appreciate this card. Can we pull this card up? Look at Wilbur Whately for my...
They're really trying to go creepy, but like it's so funny. Look at those lips, dude.
It's very terrifying to me, this art. I'm not happy with it.
Okay.
It's kind of like a disgusting backwater prince. Ugh. Okay. What do you got next?
I'm gonna play Tramp Steamer. Artifact on a following turn, so I have to wait. On a following turn, I can play a
Can I,
new
Thomas?
location card featuring the water attribute in either the same region or a different region, right side up on top of my story deck.
You get to go to a different region.
I got a
Travel by
steamboat,
sea.
yep.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Apparently, this is the hardest one in the game to complete, the summoning of Cthulhu.
There's a lot of hoops to jump through. One does not simply summon Cthulhu.
Okay, Sentinel, yeah, Wilbur, and the son of Yogg, Sethloth, Full Moon, Miskatonic. Okay, I just need to check my story here real quick. Okay. I'm going to play the old Vula ritual onto my tome there. It affects one monster. I can summon or control a greater servitor.
All right, mine.
Yep.
Mine. On my following turn, I can play a new location. We're gonna go to Rula.
Oh, that looks so awesome.
Yeah, I lose 2. This boy needs therapy. And it says I can only play this card if my investigator has all 3 pieces of the Rula disc. You must use a travel by sea card to get to this location. May use this gate more than once, but must pay this card's sanity cost for each subsequent gate use.
All right. Well,
Don't win right now.
have I got news for you? Hold on a second. I think that I have accomplished the Dunwich Horror. You were so close.
Did you need it to be a full moon?
Yes.
I should have played this card first. Wait.
It's all right. It would go to the
does-
story deck. It wouldn't matter.
Does this triggering cost me an action? I think it does, right?
You play it. Yeah, you'd have to play it, yeah?
It says following. I played it, and then it says the following turn, I may go to another location.
Berry Trout. Wait, is this... No, that's not what you mean. The other card. There's another card you're trying to show me. This one? The travel steamer thing?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay, event. On a following turn, play a new location card reaching the water. Yeah.
Does it take my action?
Yes.
Like
Yep.
that, and then the next to play it?
This takes your action, then at some point during your turn forever, you can do it. That gets buried still, but... All right, let's try the Dunwich Horror, man.
You got it.
Plus 15. So, let's see if we've done it. Henry Armitage asks that you accompany him to Dunwich. Begin at Miskatonic University. Miskatonic University, Memorial Hall. Travel by land to 3 different locations. Travel by land. I'm just scooting around. Travel by land. Travel by land. You see it right there?
That's so funny.
To 3 different Dunwich locations. Okay, actually, I don't remember if I have that. Dunwich. I was puttering around enough that I figure I hit them all.
Yeah, you had to hit
Dunwich.
them all.
All right. 3 Dunwich locations with Henry Armitage.
Apparently the steamer goes on my story deck. It was my current location, but then now
right
I
on.
played the Rilla.
Henry Armitage is with me in the car. And then one other professor, and we brought William Channing Webb along with us, another professor, traveling to Sentinel Hill here. So we went up to Sentinel Hill, which is in the deck there, and then we brought together the dream team that is Lavina Whately, Old Man Whately, and of course, who could forget Wilbur Whately up here on Sentinel Hill. And of course, the son of Yog-Sothoth, who happened to be around during the full moon. We found the Necronomicon, and then we had the vocal Vula ritual spell, and we returned the book to a second Miskatonic University down to the Orne Library.
Nice. Wow, that's a
Completed.
dance.
Plus 15.
So the thing I didn't realize until the 2 turns in a row where I was just discarding
Yeah.
was that Cthulhu has to be played on an island and waxing moon.
Ooh,
I assume that means it has to be out. Because I had a waxing moon in here,
As long as you have it in there, you got it.
including, I think this is different.
Oh, no, it says it must be, yes.
Yeah.
It has to come into
So
play with the
I was
waxing
looking
moon
for
out.
my other waxing moon,
Yeah.
and I didn't know if there was one in my top 3 or not.
Do you have one?
And I
in there?
shuffled. I now have it in my hand. This turn I drew it.
Nice.
That's why I went here now. Because my next action is literally play waxing moon to get rid of your full moon.
Right.
And then literally the next action is I have it all.
You did Cthulhu.
I was 2 actions
You
away.
were 2 actions
yeah,
away.
that's what I'm saying.
So we played well. We played well.
The Summon Great Cthulhu. Yeah, you have to do this, you have to become a member of the Secret Society, find the 3 pieces of the Rula disc, travel to the Rula, have a waxing moon to invoke the Cthulhu, and then while your monsters chant, you must play the adventure card while Cthulhu is in play. So then it's like Cthulhu's in, then you play it.
That's great. So Cthulhu has to stay in play for you to score that.
Yeah.
Is that right?
But like, basically I have to play Cthulhu. It's a monster.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to be played.
Wait, is he a greater god or whatever?
He's a
Let's-
greater old one.
They come into play face up.
So he comes into play.
Yep.
And then I could just play the thing. So
Boom.
I
You
was
were
on
right
the track,
there.
but like
We were done.
I spent 3 turns finding a waxing moon, which I assume had to be in play. If it just had to be in this deck, I had it a long time
In
ago.
what other game would you say I spent 3 turns trying to find a waxing moon?
Very few, if any, would that be the case.
This is super cool, guys. I love it.
I was surprised at how much fun this game
You
actually
can't
was.
care a lot about it in the terms of like super hard competition, but it's enough to just poke at your opponent. You like had me down to like 3 sanity. I was like, I don't know, this could kind of turn.
Well, and I think when you start to know the decks and what's going on and what they're trying to do, you'll start knowing how, like, what the score. Like, it's hard to appreciate the score.
Yeah.
I didn't know how close you were.
You know
I
how
just
close everybody-
I knew you were close.
Got through those Whateleys up at
Yeah.
Sentinel Hill. Something's going
I
on
was
up
just
there.
like, something's going down here. So I'm just putting pressure, and I literally spent 3 turns where I was just like, there was one turn
just
because you only had
pass.
a few health. I was like, monster, monster, pass, pass,
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted to put pressure on your health, so you had to deal with sanity.
Yep.
But I could have also just passed to just like
Just dig
burn
more.
through my deck because I was missing. I had the other 3 cards in my hand. I was holding them every time.
Zach Strife asking, the name of this game is the Mythos TCG from
I think it's
19...
technically CCG.
CCG, that's right.
Like you were searching for it.
Mythos CCG, 1996, won the Origins Award in 1996 when it was released, was heralded as one of the most interesting and kind of game-changing designs, got away from creature combat and the kind of the idea that you were just fighting against each other, and basically brought the Call of Cthulhu role-playing from Chaosium. They then printed this game as kind of to get in on the CCG boom that was happening at the time. And so this is a game where you're literally just trying to tell stories faster than your opponent, and you're trying to throw monsters at them to slow them down on their storytelling. That's the whole thing. And it was great.
It was great. I had a really
What
good
an
time.
interesting thing, and this is just amazing looking cards.
Yeah, in the best and worst way. It's going to lead to some really, I think, interesting conversations. We've been doing Throwback Thursdays on our stream, which has been great because we do our podcast every Friday. We record on Friday. It used to go up on Fridays. With us streaming 5 or 6 hours of Arkham on Fridays, now it's more like Saturday. But we've been really being able to talk because we're just going through these old games and seeing design through a 20, 25-year period and how it compares to stuff going on right now. So if you haven't been listening to the cast, I think that's something you should definitely check out. If that kind of conversation sounds interesting to you.
Yeah.
Because this will be a conversation.
You definitely have to, if you're doing a modern game of any kind, I think it benefits you to play a lot of these old designs. There was just an influx of insane innovation in card game design, particularly around this time for about that 5-year period.
It was the land rush, man.
It was nuts. And so, like, before you even start on a project you might be working on or consider picking up a game or pursuing a certain genre, understanding what has happened previously is so important because there's so much to be mined in this. Like, right now, if I said, hey, I want to pitch you a modern card game where people around the table, it's a multiplayer game, and the goal is to play your stories in your deck as fast as possible, like, I would be so excited about a game that was pitched like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's ever going to get pitched. I mean,
I think that's what's crazy about those 90s days is like there just weren't rules, right? There wasn't defined success outside of Magic the Gathering. And so it was just the recognition that like collectability was popular.
yeah.
Right? Because you had Magic and then Mythos CCG and then Pokemon was hitting and Yu-Gi-Oh was hitting and then all of the games in between. And so, like, there were just going to be winners and losers in the collectible department. But the actual mechanical side of things was wide open, right?
You miss every shot you don't take, right?
Yeah, and so people just piled in. And I think, obviously it was a gold rush, and there's only so many people that can find gold. And there's only, in the market, there's only so many people willing to play a game, period.
Yeah.
So collectible games particularly need a lot of people playing them to be sustainable. So I feel like a lot of these games made it 1 to 2 to 3 years. And then got face checked.
That's exactly right.
And they ran into everything we've seen for 20 years, which is like 3 years into a game, you hit a curve where like Raw Deal we played. And we were playing with decks that felt like they were built 3 years into the game.
Right.
And it's like, this is so
Super
complex,
heavy.
no one can get in.
Yeah.
And then slowly you're burning off players. So it's really been wild to see, and we've been chatting that up, and it's been really, it's as around as we were and as much as I thought we knew, I don't think we knew nearly as much about the history of card games as we do now. It's crazy.
Here's a couple of really fascinating things to know about this one. One is at least on the Wikipedia article, said it was inspired and in the spirit of games like Rummy. You know the games where essentially you're playing sets out and you're basically you're just racing each other?
That makes
so
much
much
sense.
Cthulhu
Rummy
in a more interesting way.
Advanced collectible Cthulhu Rummy.
And the second set they put out was standard, fixed, non-collectible. It was like an original LCG, the second set. So the first set was 3 different sets of booster packs and starter decks that went with them. The next one was just the starter decks and fixed, no rarity, no collectability.
Nice.
Then third one was Dreamlands. I think it was third one was Dreamlands. They brought the collectability back. That's when the game stopped being printed, was after Dreamlands, I believe. And they said, at least I think that the article said 72 million cards printed for that set. That's what it said.
So, I mean, if you have, let's just say 10 cards a booster pack, that's 72,000 booster packs.
Yep.
And let's say you have 30 packs in a box. That's only 2,000 or 3,000 booster boxes. That's not unreasonable. I mean, I feel like most card games are probably on the 5,000 to 10,000 box run at minimum before you even like hit print on something.
It's true. It's absolutely true.
See you at Night of the Stars.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this was great. See you guys. I think we should get out of here, man.
Yeah.
I had a great time. Come back. We'll play some Arkham tomorrow. What we're going to do is we're going to start off the stream tomorrow with Arkham, talking about how to find a unique spark for a deck concept.
Beyond just play good cards.
Beyond just the good cards, the cards that make kind of structural sense. It's like, how do you narrow in on a couple of cards that work together to form a theme of a deck? Like with Jim Culver, I was like, oh man, Recall the Future, Black Cat, Ritual Candles. I'm just gonna like make sure that all of my tests are super passable. And what's that gonna allow me to do? How can I take advantage of that? So we're gonna find out a method for Joe Diamond using Zach's deck to basically look at some central concepts that you might explore and flesh out as a full-on deck idea. So there's that, and then we'll play through Carcosa scenario.
Chapter 2 of
at
Carcosa.
least one. So we'll see you then, guys.
F1 saying, loving this analysis. Really, check out the podcast. This is basically what we do on the podcast, just talk about that kind of stuff. A lot of people saying thanks for the stream. Hey, thank you for being here. Thanks for the interaction. Special shout out to Mike for providing the decks. This was a great time. If you, this is a setting that you are into, I think this game is absolutely worth owning. Even as someone who hasn't historically been a fan of this setting, it's the kind of game I would like to bust out occasionally. So thanks for being here. We'll be back tomorrow with Arkham. Stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow.